Under the relentless sun, Silas, a peasant etched with worry lines, toiled on the sprawling estate of a wealthy landowner. His calloused hands gripped the plough, turning earth into rows of promise, a meager reward for his back-breaking labor. One afternoon, however, the earth yielded a treasure far more precious than any harvest. As the plough's blade cleaved the soil, a glint of gold pierced the sun-drenched furrow. Buried beneath lay a wooden chest, overflowing with golden bars, their number surpassing his wildest imaginings. Dreams, previously shrouded in the mist of poverty, burst into vivid reality. Visions of opulent palaces, sprawling lands, and a life liberated from the landowner's oppressive yoke danced in Silas's mind. Yet, amidst the surge of joy, a seed of doubt sprouted. This fortune, unearthed on foreign soil, felt stolen, a trespass against the land that birthed it. His conscience, a persistent shepherd, guided him towards a thorny path. With a heart heavy with moral weight, Silas sought the landowner, naively hoping for a just share. But the landowner's response was swift and venomous. Accusing Silas of pilfering from his own coffers, he unleashed his men upon the unfortunate peasant. Flung from the land, bruised and humiliated, Silas tasted the bitter fruit of injustice. The landowner's cruelty, however, lay not solely in the beating, but in the veiled threat, a chilling display of power designed to silence Silas and claim the hidden treasure as his own. Haunted by fear and ostracized by the villagers, Silas embarked on a journey of exodus. Months bled into each other as he walked, his steps echoing the rhythm of loss, his face a weathered map of hardship. Finally, he stumbled upon a quaint village, a haven amidst the storm of his despair. Exhausted and parched, he approached an old man, his weathered frame hunched over a book. A simple request for water blossomed into an unexpected offer. The old man, the solitary owner of a small farm, extended a hand of salvation. He proposed a partnership, an opportunity to reclaim his life from the ashes of loss. Touched by the selfless gesture, Silas, his spirit teetering on the brink of surrender, readily agreed. The next day, standing amidst the fields bathed in the soft light of dawn, Silas felt a flicker of hope. This wasn't a relationship fueled by dominance and fear, but one nurtured by trust and shared purpose. The toil, once a burden, transformed into a step towards a future crafted by his own hands. The old man, his weathered face etched with wisdom, became his mentor, his guide, instilling in him the values of perseverance and the transformative power of shared abundance. Weeks turned into months, and the seeds of their labor yielded a bountiful harvest. Juicy berries bursting with the sweetness of summer sun adorned the vines, while golden honey dripped from fragrant hives, singing a melody of shared victory. As Silas surveyed their bounty, a newfound wealth blossomed within him, far surpassing the shimmering allure of gold. It was a richness woven from the fabric of human connection, the sweet satisfaction of honest labor, and the quiet contentment of belonging. Sunhaven, the name they bestowed upon their burgeoning sanctuary, resonated far beyond the boundaries of their farm. Merchants, charmed by its burgeoning prosperity, spread tales of its vibrant orchards and bustling marketplace. Artisans set up their stalls, drawn by the promise of a thriving community. Sunhaven became a beacon of hope, a testament to the transformative power of second chances. Yet, amidst the joy, a flicker of anger remained buried in Silas's heart. The landowner, the man who stole his treasure and cast him out, still haunted his dreams. The yearning for justice, though subdued by years of peace, never truly died. One crisp autumn morning, Silas announced his decision. He would return to his homeland, not for revenge, but for closure. He entrusted Sunhaven to his most trusted workers, leaving a legacy of shared prosperity and kindness. His journey back was one of reflection, tinged with bittersweet memories. Finally, he stood before the man who had wronged him, no longer a trembling victim, but a man of strength and dignity. Silas recounted his story, not with rage, but with a calm, unwavering voice. He spoke of Sunhaven, not as a boast, but as a testament to the resilience of the human spirit. He spoke of the love he had found within its walls, not as a taunt, but as a beacon of hope. The landowner, faced with the consequences of his greed, could only crumble. He offered empty apologies, a hollow echo of Silas's suffering. But Silas had found a peace beyond vengeance. He had learned that true wealth lay not in gold, but in the bonds of community, the fruits of honest labor, and the quiet satisfaction of a life well lived. Here our story ends. I hope you liked it. Do not forget to subscribe to the channel and share for more wonderful stories. With you, the channel will grow and we will be encouraged to do more. Thank you.